Oh, capybaras. I bet your social media is flooded with these adorable creatures enjoying a hot bath, looking like they couldn't care less about the world's problems. Yeah, I get it. The world's largest rodents don't exactly look too sharp with that zen vibe going on, but they're actually pretty clever. Studies reveal they're even smarter than 2-year-old kids and average dogs. The thing is, while dogs can be trained, capybaras are independent thinkers with their own unique way of doing things. So if you ask them to do a rollover, they'll probably think, "Oh, not again," and come up with their own quirky way to pull it off. Or they just might decide not to do it at all. Another thing that adds to their intelligence is their complex communication. Capybaras whistle when they sense danger, purr when they're happy, chirp when they're in a group, and even do teeth chattering when excited about food. The list goes on. Just imagine what they'd do if they suddenly gained human-level intelligence overnight. With their unique vocal abilities, capybaras could make fantastic voice actors, creating sounds beyond human capability and adding realism to animals and movies. Ultimately, getting back to the fact that the capybara in Disney's Encanto doesn't have a voice. Capybaras could even host swimming championships, like they're the Michael Phelps of the animal kingdom. Alright, maybe I got carried away a bit, but they do move with way more grace underwater than they do on land. Oh, and remember when we chatted about capybaras and hot baths? It's not just for showing off on social media. They genuinely love it because it helps with treating skin conditions and retaining heat afterwards. So, with a bit more intelligence, they'd probably take control of hot springs and jacuzzis, kicking the humans out. Picture signs that read "Capybaras Only," handwritten by capybaras themselves. You know when you're feeling down and out of the blue your cat saunters over, purring and rubbing against you to lift your spirits? It's not like these kitties have a crystal ball for predicting gloomy days, but cats do have this uncanny power to sense their owner's mood. That's because picking up on others' emotions is crucial for animals that live in social groups. Well, cats do pick up on their owner's usual behaviors, so they can tell when something is off and their human is acting differently. Now imagine this sixth sense paired with human-level intelligence. Cats would open their own Whisker Wellness Center, providing theropods with perfection. If you're lost for words during the therapy session, no worries. They can just purr in your lap for an hour, but they'll still charge you for that. Cat therapists wouldn't even need little notepads to write down patients' complaints because they have an excellent memory. Just like humans, cats find it easier to remember significant or extreme experiences, such as the time they got stuck in a closet or when you bought them the first lick and lap treat. With impressive procedural and spatial memory, cats can recall and retain these memories for 10 years or more. Whether they're happily crashing down a hill or engaged in a bamboo mukbang, there's something about pandas that we just can't look away from. YouTube is brimming with thousands of videos featuring these oddly enchanting creatures rolling around, backward, and even sideways. Theories suggest that they roll for a bunch of reasons, like regulating body temperature or waking up muscles that have fallen asleep after sitting for long periods. But, well, there's another crucial factor – laziness. I mean, well, why walk when you can use gravity and roll down hills, right? If pandas were as smart as humans, they could pioneer the world's first school for perfect jobs for the lazy, such as working on motocross circuits, rolling all the way down to check if the ramp's slope is just right. They would also be the champs at detecting when people lie, so they could do a pretty good job as lawyers, HR professionals, or negotiators. I know. We often think of them as black and white, clumsy creatures, and not exactly protagonists from Lie to Me. But after years of living among humans, they've learned how to distinguish between angry and happy human expressions. So, with a human-level brain, they could easily become experts in reading micro-expressions. What would you say if I asked you which sea creature is the smartest? I bet dolphin was the first thing that came to your mind. Yeah, they're pretty clever. For example, dolphins have this cool move where they use sponges to protect their noses while fishing, and they learned how to do that 200 years ago. But do you know who figured out how to use tools way before dolphins? Yep, sea otters. I know we often get distracted by how stinking cute they look floating on their backs, and it's easy to forget those tiny hands and brains can do some insane stuff. Thanks to their forepaws, equipped with retractable claws and tough pads for gripping, sea otters can rub, twist, pull, or tear things with surprising skill. So don't be surprised when you see them doing crazy stuff like hiding their favorite toys in their bellies or helping people clean pools. These behaviors are really fun to watch, but they've also learned some impressive tricks in the wild, like using rocks as hammers to crack open shellfish. In a world where these water pups are as smart as humans, they'd probably own 5-star seafood restaurants around the world. I mean, they've got mad skills handling the tough shells of creatures like sea urchins, clams, and crabs. Plus, their impeccably good taste in food would only get better now that they can finally enroll in Le Cordon Bleu. Now, just because an elephant's brain is 3 times bigger than the human average, that doesn't mean elephants are 3 times smarter than us. Sure, they have 3 times more neurons, but only a small part of them is in the cortex, the part responsible for complex skills like problem-solving and learning. However, elephants are remarkably developed emotionally. While empathy is often considered a hallmark of human intelligence, elephants also put themselves in each other's shoes, feet. These sensitive beings can discern when their elephant buddies are in pain or feeling down, and they offer comfort when needed. With a more refined intelligence, they might delve into the world of art, expressing their complex emotions on huge canvases and using their trunks to create Jackson Pollock-inspired masterpieces. From a huge brain to a tiny one, the size of your pinky nail. Yep, we're talking about the hamster brain. These cute little buddies are among the cleanest animals in the world, and I'm not just talking about self-cleaning. They actually like to keep their surroundings clean, not only in captivity, but also in the wild. For example, hamsters dig deep burrows with nesting places, and they separate different sections for their waste and food. If hamsters were as smart as humans, they'd turn this cleaning OCD into a business. Hey, meet the Spark Joy rodent, the world's first hamster to publish a book, adapting Marie Kondo's techniques to keep its cage squeaky clean and organized. Hey, Rocky, come here, boy! Did you really expect the list to end without mentioning dogs? Let me guess. You probably think your best buddy is the smartest thing on 4 legs and beam with pride that Rocky actually knows its own name, right? Well, Rocky might be much smarter than you think. In fact, dogs can understand around 165 words. In our make-believe world, I'm pretty sure dogs would be the first animals to come up with their own complex language, opening wolf language schools around the country. I can picture dogs sitting down for TV interviews, declaring they're done being called man's best friend and would prefer to be recognized as joy coaches. Yeah, they're excellent at dealing with others and can even intentionally try to trick other dogs and humans to score some tasty rewards. Good for them, I guess. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.